It's a Saturday, so nagbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. And it is a weekend. We are live here at Orion, Bataan, where we bring you another good day of basketball here at the MPBL. It's gonna be 3 good games in front of us, but of course, unahin muna natin itong nasa harap natin. Again, we are live at the Kumalig Orion Sports Complex in Orion, Bataan. Point guard Ryan Costello, who has scored double digit in his last 5 games, will be trying to lead itong Quezon City, and he'll be going up against the leader of the pack of the Pasay Voyagers, which is Steve Nash Enriquez. A good battle at that point guard position. It's Quezon City versus Pasay in the first game, Basilan versus San Juan, and later on in your main game, it's gonna be Rizal versus your one Bataan Risers here at the Kamalig Orion Sports Center. Magandang hapon, mga kaliga. This is Juanito Gregorio alongside Coach Mike Perez. Coach Mike, we've been fans of this week of the MPBL, but how exciting is today para dito sa MPBL?
Oh, magandang panaran ng week itong mga laro natin. Very thrilling and exciting games. I'm sure lahat kayo mag-enjoy pag pinanood ninyo yung ating mga laban.
Speaking of lahat kayo dyan sa YouTube, sa Facebook, sa Tap Sports, and on Solar Sports as well. Siyempre, introduce na rin natin ang kasama natin on courtside, Miss Daphne Cristobal.
Hello, Neds and Coach Mike. Kamusta kayo? I'm so excited to be working with you once again here in the regular season of the MPBL. Pero alam niyo ba, may same sentiments itong si Coach JV Olea of the Quezon City Black Bulls together with MJ Hoson, and that is that sense of regret rather that they had after that loss to Valenzuela. Although they won in the recent game against Bulacan Cuyas, medyo may panghinayang pa rin daw sila dun sa larong iyon. On the other side of the court naman, for Coach Marlon Martin of the Pasay Voyagers, he's looking forward for that chemistry to pay off in today's game, acknowledging na meron silang parehong team standings, kahit na meron nga daw balik presyo sa gasolina pagdating ng Tuesday, sa kanila kailangan maging hybrid ang kanyang koponan para makuha itong panalong to. Balik muna sa iyo.
Thank you for that, Daphne. Coach, it's gonna be 3 exciting ball games, but both of these teams, we know it's very important because the winner will be going up to number 4. Bago muna yung ngayon, pag-usapan natin yung nangyari kahapon, ang ating last game day. Yesterday was a good day of basketball. The Valenzuela Dark Horse was able to get a 4-point victory against Parañaque. The Jensen Warriors able to come back, were able to get that 11-point win, even though Cebu won, led by as much as double digits. They were able to come through. Abra in the last game, powering through and getting that win over Manila. And today, on a Saturday, tuloy ang ating basketball. Coach, let's go over to our standings. Of course, unang-una dito, ang Jensen na nanalo kahapon, getting their 10th straight victory of the season.
Yeah, 10-0. Ganun din ang Quezon Huskers. Hindi pa natatalo, 7-0. Samantalang maglalaro later on. We're gonna have Basilan as well as Rizal, Central Mall Golden Coolers trying to get out of where they are and be higher at the very least early in the season dito sa South.
Well, of course, here in the Southern Division, still two undefeated teams. But here, Coach Mike, there's only one undefeated team, even though they got a little scare from Bulacan at 10-0 is Caloocan. Then at number 4 and number 5, it's going to be a battle for that number 4 position. Right now, it's going to be the Pasay Voyagers versus the Quezon City Black Bulls.
Yeah, very important these games later on. Even itong naka-on hand natin ang Pasay at Quezon City labanan sa 3, 4, and 5. Samantalang later on, ito namang Rizal, Bataan is really going to try to be better in terms of their records.
Well, let's talk about the last game of Quezon City, where one of their lead, Ryan Costello, he's one of the guys really leading the way for QC. And Coach, etong Quezon City, patuloy ang ragasa here in the season. Still, we're not gonna be tired of talking about the surprise of Quezon City going into the season.
Oo, tsaka yung game na yun, masterclass pagdating sa controlled offense. No? Nagkaroon ng maraming comebacks ang Bulacan, pero nanaig pa rin sila. Ganda ng ball distribution actually. Plus 10 sila sa assist. Above average yung kanilang shooting. And dahil sa magandang ball movement nila, karamihan ng puntos nila galing sa loob ng paint. At yung mga taong tumulong galing sa bench, nakinabang rin sa magandang ball distribution na yan.
Pag-usapan naman natin itong side of Pasay, where Coach, before last game, they were on a 5-game win streak, but they were going up against an undefeated Jensen team, and that ended their streak with a 5 games. comes losing to Jensen.
Well, three statements really that describe that game. Furious second half comeback, dominant in the third, pero vulnerable come down the stretch. Exceptional yung shooting, no? 47%, napakaganda niyan. Pero yung 3-point shooting, dun talaga nagkaroon ng disparity where they are a -8 in terms of mix. They didn't really try and attempt so much from 3. They shot only, 26%. And it did help na hindi masyadong nakakuha ng ganong karaming tulong galing sa bench ang mga Voyagers.
Well, it was still a close game for the Pasay Voyagers. This is a team that continues to battle it out. They're jumping from the Southern Division to the Northern Division. So it's a different kind of ball game because of the packed Northern Division. But Steve Nash Enriquez, Cyril Gonzalez, and the rest of the squad continues to battle it out ito for the Pasay Voyagers. So it's gonna be an exciting ball game to start the day here in the MPBL. We will be back.
MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag-3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Ang bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba, dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag-3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas.
Our game at hand, the Quezon City Black Bulls and the Pasay Voyagers will be battling for the 4th spot here at the Kamalig Orion Sports Center. Once again, Juanito Gregorio at your service alongside Coach Mike Perez, and on court side will be Daphne Cristobal. Simulan na natin ang laro. Let's turn you over to Miguel Perez.
And on Facebook page, this is the 2026 MANNY PACQUIAO'S MPBL Season 8. Here are the starters, beginning with Quezon City Black Bulls. Starting at guard number 4, Ryan Costello. Also at guard number 76, Brian Rosalin. At center number 11, Clark Derigue. Forward number 22, Joben Loria. Also at forward number 39, Kobe Monhe. The head coach for Quezon City is JV Olea. Assistant coaches, B-Boy Santiago, Miko Santos, Jeff Murillo, Marco Asa, Zino Gudez, Ajong Wong, and Aaron Rodriguez. Team consultant, Chiki Alcala. Team manager, Nico Estrada. And the team owner is JC Tan. Here comes the starting 5 for Pasay Voyagers. Starting at guard number 13, Steve Nash Enriquez. Also at guard number 3, King Burtiza. At center number 45, Christian Pajarito. Forward number 25, Munmun de la Cruz. Also at forward number 2, Mark Parks. The head coach for Pasay is Marlon Keith Martin. Assistant coaches, Vic Escudero, Hubert De Los Santos, Brian Orog, Adrian Bucal, and Kat Tenorio. Team consultant, Cholo Martin. Team owners, Raul Bacalso, Mickey Ligot, Lavin Castro.
Our starting fives brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. Quezon City will be starting with Ryan Costello, Brian Rosalin, Clark Derigue, Joben Loria, and Kobe Monhe, while Pasay will be starting with Steve Nash Enriquez, King Gortiza, Christian Pajarito, Munmun de la Cruz, and Mark Parks. Muli, nagbabalik tayo dito sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League today because it is a Saturday. We go out of town here at the Kamalig Orion Sports Center. Bonito Gregorio on air with Coach Mike Perez and Daphne Cristobal. The first play is missed by Kobe Monhe.
Well, very important para dito sa Quezon City to try and really pack the paint kasi very active pagdating sa paint scoring din itong Pasay Voyagers. And really triggered by their point guard, Steve Nash Enriquez. He just, you know, brings that ball, finds the open teammates. As long as magkaroon ng man and ball movement, it's just so easy for Steve Nash Enriquez to find teammates that are free.
Coach, just talking about Steve Nash and his matchup, Ryan Costello, a terrific matchup on the point guard position. What do you see right now in that point guard position here in this ball game?
Well, I think obviously ito si Steve Nash Enriquez, you know, the more active player when it comes to the Pasay Voyagers, really for the most part. But Ryan Costello has really come up, no, in the very recent games, which resulted to important wins and important, you know, games para dito sa Quezon City. And you love that it's the veteran leadership of an experienced Ryan Costello that's actually showing the way for the young guards like MJ Hoson para dito sa Quezon City, to which I think maraming natututunan rin sila kay Ryan Costello. Samantalang itong Steve Nash Enriquez pretty much on his own, a lot of freedom and a lot of guys to work with.
Two terrific point guards battling it out here in Orion, Bataan. The score is 2-all. Ortiza with the basketball. Turnover. Costello trying to run, goes down low. It's too long for Kobe Monhe.
Well, had the right thing in mind to try push the pace. And alam mo naman itong Quezon City Black Bulls with all the number of guards that they have, they will try always to find an opening, especially in transition.
Munmun on the middle. They go to Mark. Can't find Christian Pajarito. So two-man game. 7 on the shot clock. Steve kicks it out. 4 on the shot clock. Pajarito from downtown. Can't get it to go. Second opportunity for Pasay. Steve Nash ang may tangan ng bola. Goes far out. Mark Park. Straight line but short. Last touch is on Munmun de la Cruz. Bola mapupunta para sa QC.
Well, I'm sure you're not surprised na tumira si Mark Parks na sa corner 3 because overall so far he's been shooting 44% from there. So, you know, habang mainit ang kamay early in the season, kuhanan natin ito si Mark.
One of the better shooters that we have here in the league. Clark Derigue made the first basket. Already 4 points for Clark Derigue here to start the ball game.
In my opinion, one of the things that I've seen really improve para dito sa Quezon City Black Bulls, lalo na yung minention kanina ni Daphne na natalo sila sa Valenzuela, na medyo mabigat sa pakiramdam ni Coach JV Olea. I think it's faster ball movement, in my opinion. Mas mabilis nakakapag-decide yung mga players ngayon, and the ball's rarely sticking. Boy, clock winding down here for Pasay.
It's a miss one more time for Pasay. They are struggling early on here in the ball game, rebounded by QC once again.
And you know what's ironic is supposedly itong Pasay is the much better defensive rated team, no, than that of Quezon City Black Bulls. Well, little disparity lang doon sa laro na yan, pero naramdaman mo doon yung diin sa depensa nitong Quezon City.
Derigue one more time. Derigue has 7 in the first.
Clark Derigue coming out of the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards program. Definitely the leadership of a Clark Derigue has shown well for Quezon City Black Bulls.
7-2, all 7 coming from Clark Derigue here in the first quarter.
Alam mo, si Clark was shooting much better from 3 nung preseason, than
Yes.
down regular season. He's shooting only close to just 10%. See a 3
But he
right
can
there.
change it right here. But King Ortiza, this looks like a one-on-one battle. All 5 points of Pasay coming from King Ortiza.
Talagang hindi rin naatrasan yung labanan na yan.
Ruben goes to his back door. Nothing there. Kobe keeps it alive. Kobe will be fouled by Munmun de la Cruz. Three-point shot na ito ay hatid sa inyo ng X3, mga subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas.
Kobe Monhe, you know, pretty much a combo guard, has played in 9 games, 3 of them to which he started. Ganda rin ng performance niya, roughly about mga 920 minutes per game. Ito si Kobe Monje.
Former PBA player, former Letran Knight. I'm sure ngayon na lang napamahal si Coach Mike dito kay Kobe Monje sa MPBL because when he was playing for Letran, Coach, gusto mo ba yan?
Oo.
Si Kobe Monje?
Well, gusto ko siya dahil magaling siyang player. Ganun
But
din kay Mark Cruz dati,
as a
pero
Batista?
mabigat. Aray ko.
Monmon de la Cruz on the other end getting the 7th point of the ball game for Pasay.
But really, what's the tough part about Kobe Moniz yung defense? Yung steals niya, tsaka yung turnovers niya, pretty much controlled, no? So that's how efficient he's been so far this season.
The game is brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. Steve Nash Enriquez adding on to his highlights here in the season with another no-look pass.
Sinasabi natin si Jagars, parang slam dunk palagi yung 3 points. Ganun din sa mga assist ni Steve Nash. There's always that flair.
There's always something extra, but it's always on point for
Right.
Steve Nash Enriquez.
Right.
Ball goes back to Pasay. Pajarito cannot find the friend. A big to small screen. Pajarito powers through. It's a turnover stolen by Kobe Monje. Quezon City decides to slow things down. They want to execute. Here comes the triangle offense.
They got nothing. Ball sticking.
Kobe, 6 on the shot clock.
Oh,
And that's obviously a travel. A little pull the chair action coming from Monmon de la Cruz.
Actually, very early dun sa galaw ni Kobe Monje. Pansin mo, alam niya pababa na yung oras kaya nagbadali na rin. And so, he really was out of balance. Couldn't, control his footwork.
9-7 in the first 5 minutes of the first quarter. They've been trying to go to the post to Christian Pajarito. This time they're successful. On the spin, Pajarito doubled from behind. Monmon, medyo malalim para kay Monmon de la Cruz.
Alam mo, somehow you sense a feeling na at least itong dalawang two successive possessions for the Voyagers, wala masyadong flow, no? The ball is sticking and guys really just trying to break down one-on-one yung defender right in front of them.
It's been a slow first quarter, Coach Mike, especially knowing these two teams are rugged in terms of their offense, pero mukhang defense ang focus ito parehas. Cortiza trying to challenge Brian Rosalin. He will be called for a foul.
And King Ortiza, getting into that situation where he had to contend against that drive by Rosalin.
Brian on the first free throw is good. Still no substitutions on the first 5 minutes of the quarter. Ayan na, pasok na si Jello Santiago on the side of Pasay.
Well, Rosalin's been pretty good from the line.
Manny paid the digital wallet built for the community.
And even from the perimeter, he's shooting roughly about 57% so far this season. And yun yung mga importante para kay Coach JB Olea. Hayaan mo na yung mga 3-pointers sa ibang guys, but our other scorers really have to be very efficient, especially in mid-range and inside the paint.
One of the lesser talked about players, itong homegrown na si Brian Rosalin, but he's averaging almost 8 points a ball game and 3 rebounds in only 17 minutes of play.
Right.
Ortiza with 4 on the shot clock. Ortiza stops, pops, short. Rosalin with the rebound. 11-7 favor of Quezon City. They still have not seen MJ Hoson in the ball game or Pat Buena, so there'll be fresh legs entering the second quarter.
That's the pass.
Clark, he's been red hot but well defended by Christian Pajarito. No numbers for Pasay. Atras si Enriquez. Nandito kay Jello Santiago. Wanna set up a play. He likes this two-man game. Steve, pick and pop. Pajarito, straight line and in for Christian Pajarito.
The threat of a Christian Pajarito. You bring him in a two-man situation, make him the screener. He can either hit you with the roll or a pick and pop guy. The same way, I guess, for Clark Derigue. But these two guys have really, I guess, mastered yung range, lalo na from top of the key. Kaya walang problema kung i-slip nila.
On the next, this was the play prior. This was the pick and pop to Christian Pajarito. And to me, coach, ito yung nakakatakot kay Christian Pajarito because he rolls well and he pops well
Oo,
as
totoo.
well. And there's so many threats.
Oo, totoo. Tsaka ang ganda ng pagkakasetup ni Steve Nash doon. Talagang hinatak niya yung dalawang defender papunta sa sideline. Kaya naman, pag lumabas yung bola doon, lamang nasa numero, no? Outnumbered na yung defense because you already have 2 guys guarding si Steve Nash Enriquez.
Steve Nash already with 2 assists here in the ball game as he gets his first breather of the ball game. Here comes the strong duo of MJ Hoson and Pat Buena coming off the bench for today's ball game.
This is going to be an interesting matchup here sa point guard. Tingnan mo, MJ Hoson versus Daryl Manliguez.
Muscle on muscle yan.
Oo.
Wrestling yan.
Hindi ka pwede mapunta sa gitna niyan. Para kang inipit yan.
Kita mo naman, no? Buong buo ang mga muscles nitong dalawang to.
Correct.
Turnover. 5 versus 2. Buena goes through the middle. Derigue was not ready, but he recovers and gets the foul off of Manliguez.
I was looking at Coach JB Olea after that pass by Pat Buena. He kind of, closed his eyes, bit a little bit his lip because he knew that could have been a shot for Pat Buena already.
Now, Pat Buena wanting to share the basketball early on, pero sa ating mga fans, huwag kayo mag-alala. In the next few minutes, meron at merong ibubuga.
Grabe na
Yang si Pat Buena.
Na-entertain ako nun sa laban niya, nun sa Bulacan. Grabe, di ba?
Oh, the highlights
Oh
itself.
my goodness.
Especially that dipsy-do. We've seen a lot of 3-pointers from Pat Buena, pero ako yung dipsy-do na yun, that was, wow, coming from Pat.
Right.
Coach Marlon Martin decides to slow things down. They're down by 4 entering this timeout.
White House steps back into the game. What kind of impact can he make? And what a steal. Exactly as going to even out the game. 9 in the final moments of the game. Can they make magic? White House wins the game.
Win the game. Easy lang with Sports Plus.
Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph.
Maaga-maaga pa lang, nagdadatingan na yung mga...
Well, to be fair, Coach, these are 3 good games.
Yeah, I know.
These are all quality games, and if you are close by, baka nasa Balanga lang kayo, baka nasa Dinalupihan lang kayo, and it's a good day to be here at our Kamalig Orion Sports Complex dahil maganda ang ating magiging araw dito sa MPBL. We have Pasay versus Quezon City in our first game. San Juan versus
Basilan.
Basilan in the second game. And then in our last game, it's gonna be Rizal versus your One Bataan Risers.
Yan, lahat ng mga games natin, clearly considering the teams na maglalaro is, they are seeding implications, no? Very early this season. You want to get higher into that rank.
Just talking about this ball game, actually they are tied at 4 and 5 itong dalawa. So the winner of this ball game will be at the solo 4. Kaya medyo yung seeding implications very important in this ball game.
Correct.
Jello with a steal, gives it up. Hilario, punta dito kay Manliguez. Hilario pops out off the left, rebounded by Pat Buena. Andre Hoson, punta dito kay Kobe. They go down on the low post. 1-on-1. Oh, I like this matchup as well. Buena to Hoson. 11 on the shot clock. Hoson gets the float.
Well, that might be a basket, pero kita mo ang ganda ng depensa ng Pasay Voyagers. No? There was no shot that was imbalanced. There was no shot that was open. Everything was challenged. The gaps, ang ganda ng pagkakaplug nila. Hindi ka basta makapasok eh.
Balik ang bola para dito sa Pasay. A minute remaining here in the first quarter. Jello goes to Daryl. 5 on the shot clock. Pick and pop. They go corner. He's made one. Can't get this one for Jello Santiago.
Boy, they've been finding that corner 3 so far. Yun yung shot that's very available. Now, if you're Pasay, you're liking, you're still getting that look. Kailangan lang maibasket mo yung mga tira na yun.
Nothing going for Quezon City. They go out. 10 on the shot clock. Buenas! It's gonna be short. At makafoul dito si Brian Hilario.
Well, that shot looked very good for PACQUIAO. Diretso yun. Just a tad
Parang
short.
coach, parang na-spoil na tayo ni Pat Buena na pag nakahinga siya, it's, he gets those threes going.
Yeah. And I want to be spoiled some more.
No, we wouldn't mind. Well, it was me and Coach Mike covering Harold Benedicto
Oh, yes.
just the other night, and who knows if we can beat that kind of a record. Jello Santiago getting 2 triples already here in the first quarter.
Oh, very good shooting.
We wouldn't mind. Coach Mike and I just love quality basketball in front of us.
Amen to that, bro.
Natin, 1 second differential between game clock and shot clock. Kobe wants to post up Cyril. Letran versus Mapua. It's a miss coming from Kobe.
Kapit bahay sa Intramuros siya.
Tama.
Oh, diba?
5 seconds remaining. MJ with a steal. 3 seconds. Kobe ends the quarter with a layup. And that will give Quezon City the lead entering the second frame.
And you are never safe with MJ Hoson, one of the top stealers this season, roughly averaging 3.3 steals per game. Just picked the pocket right off. And then he picked a couple of them, actually. Jello and another guy, and led to that finish by Kobe Monhe with the left hand.
Those were 2 pink shirts, 1 white shirt, pero si MJ Hoson never stopped and then never looked back. Gave it up to Kobe Monhe for them to finish the first quarter with the lead. 18-16 in favor of your Black Bulls. Start the second quarter by talking about Kobe Monhe's last game against Bulacan. He had 13.6 rebounds and 2 assists, and he continues to be a quality contributor for the Black Bulls here in the season.
And very important, in my opinion, that Kobe Monhe contributes, because you already have a really good point guard in Ryan Costello and MJ Hoson. You've got a shooter in Pat Buena, and it helps that he be that other wing guy that helps out in the production and even on the defensive end para dito sa Quezon City Black Bulls.
First possession for Pasay is a miss. Jake Agoncillo with a basketball. Stops, pops. He doesn't like this. It's long though for Jake on his first shot of the ball game. Takbo si Daryl Manliguez. Prince drop. Daryl goes to Brian. Bump. No whistle is called. Balik ang bola. Ito na, nagtatakbuhan na. Hoson attacks. Bump. Basket. Bonus for MJ Hoson.
MJ Hoson, strength-wise, right side of the floor, sobrang hirap na pigilan yan. Sobrang lakas ng upper body niyan. Every time he gets in, he's able to absorb contact.
Last break of the game is brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. One of the surprise rookies here in the season, but MJ Hoson is going to be a treat to watch for years to come here in the league.
Putting the league on notice, no, that kung ikaw ang point guard, hindi ka nakakasigurado na magiging smooth yung laro mo dahil sa depensa ni MJ Hoson.
Quezon City up by 5 right now. Cyril with the drive, stops, tapped from behind, and that will be a turnover on Cyril Gonzalez.
Another turnover para dito sa Pasay. They already have 5 turnovers. Very early here, these 5 turnovers for both these teams.
Defense will be the story of the ball game, as both of these teams really want to be in a good position moving forward. We are 1/3 throughout our season. The whistle is called. Coach JV Olea on your screens there, leading Quezon City right now.
And he's done a heck of a job, na sa pagtimon dito sa Quezon City Black Bulls. Coming in the preseason, nobody knew who these guys were from an MPBL standpoint. A lot of guys new, Pero kita mo naman, ganda ng season so far para dito sa Black Ball.
Well, Coach Mike and I are fans of players, but we are more fans of the coaches that we watch. At this season, may na-add na naman sa aming pinagpa-fanboyan ni Coach Mike, which is Coach JB Olea. You know, off-air, me and Coach Mike talk about Coach Marlon Martin, Coach Mike Sagigit, Coach Gerson Cabiltes. Ano namin, talagang fans kami niya ni Coach Mike. But this year, Coach JB Olea will be added to the list.
Yeah. He's the new guys off the block na talagang tinitingnan mo, no? Tama ba dyan si Coach Tantan Banal?
Yes, of
These
course.
guys have really been surprising
Coach
this
Mark
season.
Dandan as
Mark
well.
Dandan, right?
Siyempre. Ano, Coach Mike and I just love watching the different kinds of basketball these coaches really instill in their systems. It's the reason why there's so many types of basketballs that we watch.
I agree. And all the more na mas maraming variety, all the more that's better for us.
Right now, both coaches decides to go for a break. Quezon City is up by 5.
Welcome back to the regular season of the MPBL. Even when he was still a Supremo under the guidance of Coach Ian Rosella, MJ Hawson admits to struggle in terms of his maturity. Specifically, yung kanyang pasensya, but not anger as he reiterated, but rather that fighting spirit within him na ayaw na talagang magpatalo. Last year was when his father/coach passed away, and from that sudden loss, he knows he can find comfort and rest from God and his dad. Kaya kapag test of patience, inhale at exhale muna. He couldn't do it all alone, but of course, he confidently shared how calm and composed he is. Back to you guys.
Thank you for that, Daphne. And Coach just talking about MJ Hawson. He's #1 in steals right now, one of the better physical point guards that we have in the league. You talk about the impact that he has had para dito sa Quezon City.
But I think more than the leadership, no? Alam naman natin, hinahanap sino magiging point guard para dito sa Quezon City Black Bulls. And he definitely has stepped up to the plate big time. There might be some games where you kind of feel yung maturity na minimension ng report ni Daphne.
Especially the emotions.
That's right, which I felt was a very good report by Daphne, you know, to check on his emotion. No? You remember that time when we were, I don't know if it was you and me covering sa Nova Deci, di ba?
Yes,
You remember?
it was the two of us, Coach.
Yeah, it was Jay Collado who, you know, forced him into a technical foul late in the game. It was very crucial. You know, these things, he really has to learn a lot.
Coach Marlon Martin, on your screens there. Ang free throw na ito ay hatid sa inyo ng Extreme, ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas.
And what you like about MJ Hawson also, you know, when is you know, the way that he gets involved on the offensive end of the floor. He's not really a primary scorer, but he's a very serviceable secondary guy that you look to if you get points. So right now, you know, point in case, saw that lane, middle of the floor, pretty much open. You gotta attack that, and still nagkabungguan, pero you know, controlled pa rin pagpasok niya.
Because it's really the physical stature of MJ Hawson that gives him an edge. Yung lakas ng katawan, yung control ng upper body. These are things that you can't teach naturally. And MJ Hawson has provided that coming from Aurora Isabela. Itong si MJ Hawson, this 25-year-old kid is surprising everybody here in the league. They're up by 7 right now. Pajarito cannot get the 3. They're still down by 7. MJ one more time. Now this is going to be a good matchup. MJ Hawson versus Steve Nash.
That's right.
Hawson gives it up too long. Is Jake Agoncillo getting that lay?
Si Steve Nash Enriquez pretty much, you know, lost in that situation. No? He got switched, didn't cover underneath yung other guy, and so that was an easy basket.
Parito trying to muscle through. It's going to be jump ball. Good defense by Clark Rodriguez.
And Agoncillo did a good job of rolling on that drive by MJ Hawson.
The game is brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. That pick and roll action between Hawson and Agoncillo.
Tatlong bagay ang maganda doon eh. One, tumama yung screen. Two, yung screener, hinold niya yung screen. Kaya napababa na si MJ Hawson, libre na yung sa side niya. No? Kaya linis ng pasa.
26-17 here in the second quarter. It's only been 1 point for Pasay in the first 3 minutes and 45. Buena pressured hard by Kinyal. 3 seconds. Derrigue doesn't know Agoncillo. Right at the nick of time. Gets the jumper off the middle. This is now a double-digit lead for QC.
And I just want to tell this story. You know how I like whenever I see really good plays in the MPBL and I post it? There was a set na kung saan ang tumira doon si si Agoncillo, no? And he missed. Pero ang ganda ng execution, hindi na pumasok yung tira. Nagkakantsawan sila Pat Buena at saka sila Agoncillo. Dapat ikaw yung nasa corner, hindi dapat ikaw yung tumira.
Well, these are teammates coming off the Gardner College.
Yeah.
Si Andre Hoson, Pat Buena, Jake Agoncillo, I think si Joben Loria as well. Manny paid the digital wallet built for the community. Their head coach is Coach JB Olea. So, there is continuity for this program. Kaya kung makikita nyo yung comfort level nila is kinda easy. It's really just the additions of the veterans which makes this team so much better, Coach Mike.
Kaya nga parang if you look at how this team is composed, it's really a lot of the players that are getting the buy-in of Coach JB Olea, and these guys pretty much committed to the schemes of the Black Bulls this season. Kind of like how the Pasay Voyagers are also with Coach Marlon.
There's going to be a foul called on Leon Martel. All matchups right now is being won by QC's mga one-on-one situations, Coach Mike.
Yep. And only because mas maganda yung ball and mana movement nila. Well, Pasay is getting their corner attempts from 3, to which right now they're shooting 44%, which is pretty okay. But again, iba rin yung mobility na pinapakita nitong Quezon City Black Bulls.
Lumabas ang free throw ni Jake Agoncillo. In the ball game, Jake already has 4 points and 2 rebounds in 4 minutes of play. Second free throw is good for Jake Agoncillo. 5 points in total, 11-point lead for QC.
Style of play may similarity rin kay Kobe Mon. Yan. Yung length, yung reach, yung size, yung movement, yung strength.
Horns play. Attacked by Steve Nash. This time around, he decides that I need to score for Pasay.
Yeah, that was too easy. Alam na niya nang dumating yung dalawang defender sa kanya, hindi naman magko-commit si Agoncillo sa kanya. So alam niya bibitaw, pagkabitaw sa kanya binabaan
29-20 with 5 minutes remaining. 10 points already for Pasay in the quarter. Only 10 points for QC, only 4 for Pasay.
Good
Jake
pull-up.
stops, long. Rebounded by Steve Nash. Tumatakbo ang Pasay. They go to the right wing. King with the spin. Extra pass outside. Farito, step back. And good for Christian Farito.
Might be the most efficient spot on the floor for a 3 for Christian Farito. You saw that in Binyan. You saw that in last season from dito sa Voyagers, and he's still continuing to make those shots.
That's already triple number 5 for Pasay here in the first half. Spin move to a finish for Jake Agoncillo.
Are you now convinced that he moves like Kobe?
That's right.
Diba?
And he is wearing number 24. So, it's like Kobe.
I like that.
Kobe Mone, we're talking about.
Yeah, Kobe
Magulang
Mone.
we're talking about Kobe Mone, but numbered like Kobe Bryant. Clark Derrigue does foul Christian Pajarito. Yung spin move to a last-second pass to a step back. Para ako naglalaro ng 2K sa ganong mga galawan. And then on the other end, looking like John Wall.
Oh nga, no?
Lahat na, Kobe Mone, Kobe Bryant, John Wall, dami nasa laro nito ni Jake Agoncillo.
Naalala ko tuloy isang player ko dati sa in one of my club teams. His idol, I think, is John Wall, but his name is Albert Ding Ding.
Shout out to you, Albert. Malay natin kung nanonood ba naman siya.
Ay mo nga naman, no?
6 triple already for Pasay. 18 of the 25 points. The 26 points of Pasay coming from downtown.
Yeah, that's the shot.
Clark, that's a straight line but long. It's gonna be a foul on Brian Rosalin.
Yeah, Rosalin getting too involved off ball against Steve Nash Enriquez. Just that strong move, and then that dish outside. Another three-pointer on its way. That's the 5th make para dito sa Pasay Voyagers, and they are shooting 50% from 3.
6 out of 12 to be exact for the Pasay Voyagers, yet the inside game has not really worked for them. So far, itong Pasay Voyagers only have 4 points in the paint. But right now, let's go to our courtside, Daphne Cristobal.
And this is clearly the new beginning for point guard Steve Nash Enriquez after earning his degree of BA major in marketing in National University, his home, for the past 9 years. Last May 25, prior their game against Jensen, was their college graduation. Sabay-sabay nga sila nagtapos ng kolehiyo, sila nila Jake Figueroa as well as Jolo Manansala. But you know what, aside from his basketball career, he connects his passion and his degree by having a business. So meron siyang clothing line named SNE 13, where he also sells shorts, shirts, and even jerseys. Back to you guys.
Thank you for that, Daphne. Coach, yun yung mga gusto ko sa mga players. You know, as Coach Christian would always share, he likes the players that have a bigger plan in life. And Steve Nash Enriquez, first of all, congratulations for graduating to Steve Nash, Jolo Manansala of the Quezon Huskers, and Jake Figueroa of the Abra Weavers. But syempre, Coach Mike, ang basketball, may limitasyon yan eh.
Yeah.
Right? There's only a time frame where you can be healthy, and it's good that early on, Steve Nash is already investing in his future.
Oh, looking ahead. Yan ang napakahalaga para dito sa mga players natin. If you get picked by a really good team and you have a really good package, you have to make the most out of it.
LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Here is Steve Nash, the fresh grad coming from the National University. Ito sila dito kay Munmon. High-low action. It's gonna be kick ball by Clark Derigue with 3 minutes and 7. Better last few minutes for Pasay. They started out the first 4 minutes only with 2 free throws. Pero ngayon, umiinit na. Ito Pasay Voyagers, Nico Quiñal with 5 straight points.
Well, much as mas maraming attempts this quarter itong Quezon over Pasay, no? It's the consistency of the shot makes that's doing well, especially from the Pasay Voyagers.
Steve Nash is running their play. Two-man game, Steve Nash, no pick and roll available, goes to the wing, but it's long for Lian Martel. Gortiza cannot save the basketball.
Run out of space. But a good portion of the shot selection of Pasay have really come from the outside, no? I think that was their 5th attempt already this quarter. And they got 12 entire game and made half of it.
Quezon City was ready to get an 11-point lead here in the ball game, but a quick answer coming from Pasay. But moving on in, looking to extend the lead. Kabilang panig, almost a turnover. They go cross court. King Gortiza, jab, shot, make for King Gortiza.
First medium range jumper make this quarter for the Pasay Voyagers.
36 to 32. We do expect an exciting ball game in front of us. Costello looking to go post. They go to Derigue on the middle. Derigue cannot get the 3. Another rebound coming from Steve Nash. Steve Nash will be fouled hard by Ryan Costello. That seemed to be a clothesline on Ryan Costello. Tingnan natin dito. That's so hard to stop the speed of Steve Nash. And Ryan Costello, that is all he can do. Steve Nash a little shaken up with that stoppage.
And he was full steam ahead immediately off that miss. And somehow ramdam mo, yun ang instructions ni Coach Marlon Martin. Off a miss, we run. You play good defense, we also run. And then you try and find your three-point shooters. Which is why when you look at their shot attempts, a lot really has been very close to the paint or out in the 3.
I think an unsportsmanlike will be called on Ryan Costello.
Yes.
One of the reasons is it's above the head.
Yeah.
Ang tama dito kay Steve Nash Enriquez makes the first free throw.
And I don't think that was a play for the ball. He clearly was wanting to stop Steve Nash Enriquez. And Ryan Costello is, really just trying to send a message to Steve Nash Enriquez na you know, dito kami, we're hanging around. We're not just gonna surrender to you guys. You know that you're the more experienced team, but you know, we got a pretty good bunch of players that's available here for Quezon City.
And we've seen that a few times, Coach, no?
Oh.
Within the season. The veterans standing their ground in the season, saying we can still play,
Oo.
we can still challenge you. The young guards also showing here. The rookies, Steve Nash, one of those rookies. It's not yet delayed though. Gortiza gets another basket.
Yeah, good shooting so far for King Gortiza. Huh? He's been a spark as a starter. He's got 11 points so far. He's 4 of 6 from the field. And definitely, you're going to need this medium-range shots to go in because Quezon City Black Bulls on a half-court setup has done an excellent job packing the paint.
King Gortiza only averages 5.6 points a ball game, but today he has doubled that in the first half. Pasay able to mount this comeback. They have tied the ball game at 36.
White House steps back into the game. What recognition can he make? And what a steal! That is going to even up the game. 89 in the final moments of the game. Can they make magic? White House wins the game!
Win the game. Easy long with Force Plus.
Sports Plus is the official sports book of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to players. Visit www.sportsplus.ph.
Naalala ko lang kanina nung kinakwento mo. See our fans now starting to troop in again here in Bataan. I remember you mentioning about yung mga veterano. Hindi namin basta i-give in yan, no? Yung minimension mo kanina.
Yes.
And you said we were seeing it in the games here. I see it in your games also.
Hindi, ako yung rookie.
Ay, ikaw yung rookie.
Ako yung
Tama
rookie.
naman. Hindi namin lang.
Ako yung
Ikaw
rookie.
yun naman.
Kobe Mone, quick answer on the other end of QC. 8 points for Kobe Mone, tying Clark Derigi as the leading scorer. Steve Nash, step back. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Kobe Mone. A minute and 10 remaining here in the first quarter. Costello. Punta sila dito kay Dirige. Balik kay Costello. Mid-range is not good. Steve Nash with another rebound.
Off-balance shot.
Nico Quiñal. Oops, almost a travel, and the referee calls it right in front of the referee.
Yeah, couldn't find anyone na one pass away sa kanya. He was really struggling to begging for a teammate na magpakita. Another turnover for Pasay. That's turnover number 7. That's 2 more than that of Quezon City.
Possible 2-for-1 situation for QC. Pwede pang bumalik ang bola sa kanila.
Backdoor step.
Just going to get the back door. Loria goes to the post. Kobe Mone, 1-on-1 against King Gortiza. Now it's Letran versus Ayak, and Letran wins that matchup.
Little back down by Kobe Monhe on that mid-range post-up, eventually ending up close dun sa elbow side. And Kobe Monhe, pag multiple dribbles, okay lang yan. Nasa poste ka naman eh. Kaya mong kargahan yung yung tira mo at yung bangga, and he still was able to finish off that fade.
First guy in double figures for QC. They're up by 4 entering this time out. We're live here at Kamalig Orion Sports Complex, where we are having our first game, the Pasay Voyagers going up against the Quezon City Black Bulls. A Northern Division matchup. Winner will be getting the solo 4th spot. Steve Nash pushes the basketball. Quiñal stops, pops, drops for Nico Quiñal.
That was a very good 2-for-1 situation. Now you gotta force Quezon City now into a quick mistake so that you have ample time when you come back for that final set.
Steve Nash getting his 4th assist of the ball game via that cross-court pass. Gloria, punta rito kay Kobe Mone. That jab step, better defense by King Ortiza. Steve Nash using his feet, can't get it to go. Kobe with a rebound, but will be fouled by Lian Martel. That's gonna be number 2 on Lian.
Nanghihinayang ako doon sa magandang pagkaka-steal na yun ni King Ortiza. No? Yung loob ng braso mo, pinasok mo doon sa defender na nagdi-dribble. Walang foul yun. Kaya natapik niya. Kaya pagkapasa nga lang niya kay Steve Nash Enriquez, medyo nakulangan lang ng pektos ika nga doon sa tira niya.
I like that itong si King Ortiza lumapit kay Steve Nash. Steve was pretty much disappointed with that missed layup, but sabi ni King Ortiza, the ball will go back. We still have an opportunity to get it back, and all positive energy coming from Pasay on the other end. Mintis ang unang free throw. Neto ni Kobe, 1 for 2 for Kobe Mone.
And that's just thinking ahead. Next ball mentality.
41-38. Steve with the basketball. 7 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Backdoor, King.
Nice
Extra
shot.
pass, Kinyal on the step back. Kinyal ends the quarter with a 3. Ties the ball game at 41.
That has to enter our highlights for the day. Really good recognition with the clock winding as they were trying to beat the halftime buzzer. See that pass? There's a one more. You know, he got to that shot. He knew that defender was incoming and really just took it. Beautiful basketball right there by the Voyagers to end the half.
As the oldies say, patience is a virtue. Patience was what they went with. 4 guys touching the basketball for the Pasay Voyagers right at the nick of time. Nico Kenyal ends the half with a 3. We are tied at 41 entering the second half.
damay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang pakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang pupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba, dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag-3 points na. Bawat baya'y di matatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL, Mahaligang Pilipinas.
Nagbabalik tayo dito sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. We bring you our first game of our Saturday triple header, where it's already a good one in front of us. The Pasay Voyagers versus the Quezon City Black Bulls. Quezon City able to lead by as much as 11 in the ball game, but Pasay with the answer.
Yeah, and tsaka maganda yung recovery ng Pasay Voyagers, especially in the latter part of the second quarter. Well, pretty much inside, interior scoring was dominant para dito sa Quezon City, but it's the three-point shooting really of the Pasay Voyagers that has really bridged that gap and tied this game at the half. Fast break points. Labang ng konti itong Quezon City because every time that they see an opportunity, they try to run it. And the defense really of Quezon City has not allowed very easy transition buckets para dito sa Pasay Voyagers.
In an inside-outside matchup between QC and Pasay, the 7 3-pointers versus the 20 points of Quezon City inside. Coach Mike, the 11-point lead by QC as we see the leading scorers right here. Monje, Derige, Quezon, and Agoncillo, 11-8-8-7. Sa kabilang panig naman para sa Pasay, the leading scorer is King Gortiza and Nico Quiñal, all in the second quarter.
Well, scoring-wise, balance yung dating dito sa Quezon City Black Bulls, no? Yung nangunguna lang sa kanila, si Kobe Monje with 11, but everyone else, the next 3-4 guys that have scored have really come up with 8 or 7 points. Matalo dito sa Voyagers, mas heavy on the side of Gortiza and Nico, and that to me is a very important part of the game because these hands have to continue to be very hot if the Pasay Voyagers want to be getting home with a win.
I'll go for the alley-oop. Kobe Monje retains the basketball. 1-on-1 against Jello Santiago. Jello standing his ground, getting the block. Kobe Monje. It's like someone that just never gave up on getting that foul. 1 pink shirt, 2 pink shirts, 3 pink shirts. Eventually, itong si Kobe Monje nakapulot ng pito.
I understand the call of our officials, but somehow you'd like to think it was good defense by the Pasay Voyagers. Kobe Monje had nowhere to go. He was in a lot of trouble. Multiple dribbles, a lot of contact inside, couldn't get to the step through. Guys really just all over him. That was good defense by the Voyagers.
That's why it gave fresh 14 on the side of QC. Balikan bola para sa Black Bulls. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Costello on the 2-man game. They go to Clark Derige. Clark drives. Can't get the first 2. Third opportunity for QC. Kobe with the left. Can't get it. Jello Santiago with the rebound. Tried to sprint. No available. Gives it up. Half-court setup for Pasay. Steve Nash wants to go down low post. Brian Hilario, 1-on-1. Single coverage. And that is going to be a travel on Brian Hilario.
So far in the battle of yung big stats, and I call that big stats, yung inside the paints, rebounds, and what have you, this is really being won by Quezon City. They have gotten more of the percentages of offensive rebounds na available. They've done well with that. Tsaka mas maraming beses sila nakarating sa line compared dito sa Pasay. That's a +7 attempt all in the first half only because Quezon City keeps focusing inside the paint.
Balikan bola para dito sa QC. 5 seconds remaining. Costello, does he know it? Derige off the spin. Now 3 versus 1. Steve, bounce pass to King Gortiza with a finish.
Well, King Gortiza, so long as he stays active in the open floor, he is always going to be found by Steve Nash Enriquez. Running the brink alongside Steve Nash will do him well.
Clark on the post. This time he challenges the defense of Brian Hilario. Off the fader. Clark is struggling after scoring the first 7 in the ballgame.
Oh, somehow itong Voyagers right now trying to flip the switch, no? Sinusubukan talaga nilang umatakin in transition, pero ang ganda rin ang pagkaka-recover ng depensa in transition. Jello with a good drive.
4 straight points for Pasay to start the quarter. And the switch has been flipped. This is the biggest lead for the ball game para dito sa Pasay.
Oh boy.
King with the steal. King trying to sprint, challenging. Oh, gives it up to Jello Santiago on the other end.
But whatever Coach Marlon talked and told these guys outside this gym, as I saw them outside, whatever it was, it's clearly working.
This was the steal by King Gortiza. What we thought was going to be a lay, found someone on the opposite end, and it is Jello Santiago with that fast break of the game, brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. A 6-0 run to start the quarter by Pasay. They are leading by 6.
Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat awit pinaghahandaan, kaya yung bayanigang baka.
Kim Cortiza on your screens right now, already with 13 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. And King Cortiza, Coach Mike, starting everything on the defensive end. Pero here, sa offensive end, medyo kalidad din si King Cortiza.
Oh, doble yung production niya. It's only averaging 5.6 points per game, really. But now this 13 has shown a lot of activity and contribution from King Cortiza, which they definitely will need for the Voyagers.
We're not really used to seeing King Cortiza be the lead in terms of scoring. But today, he found that opportunity and he is playing well. Obi Mone, no space, goes out. It's still a miss for QZ.
Boy.
They still have not gotten a basket here in the third quarter.
Good spray.
Jello on the drive. 13 points already for Jello Santiago.
Very rarely has this Voyagers team missed here in the third quarter. And every time getting in the passing lanes, now making it difficult for any downhill drives. So on the post-up, they quickly go on a double. Kaya nag-i-stick yung bola. Ito yung magandang shot fake. Ang ganda rin ng pagkaka-gore touch screen na yan ni Monmon de la Cruz. And really just understanding yung role mo. Hindi ako ang lay-up. Si Jello ang lay-up. I-screenan kita.
Monmon de la Cruz, he has not gotten a lot of numbers. Only 2 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. But the quality whenever he is on the court, Coach Mike, yun ang dala. Ito si Monmon de la Cruz. Ryan Costello getting the first 2 points, sorry, the first 1 point of the quarter for QC. JB forced to make some substitutions, and Jay Hosson will be entering the ball game. It's turning over to our court side, Daphne Cristobal.
As Coach Morlan Martin emphasized how young and energetic the Black Bulls are, the goal is to be at par and even exceed that high level of octane. Kaya nga raw dapat maging hybrid sila. Coach M shared na nakikita at nararamdaman na nga niya yung pagiging komportable ng Pasay from practices and even to games. And one of the guys he mentioned was Christian Pajarito, who is now slowly becoming vocal in guiding the Voyagers. And I witnessed that firsthand in their halftime huddle as he directed the defense from the board, mentioning about the help defense, stop the reach, establish themselves in front, and with that, their offense can flow naturally. And that's what we are seeing clearly here in the third quarter when it's a Coach Mike.
Thank you for that, Daphne. Though we have not seen Christian Pajarito, a different look for Pasay to start. Pero coach, mukhang yung halftime huddle na yun, gumana talaga para dito sa Voyagers.
Parang nag-iba yung yung laro nito nga Pasay Voyagers. Clearly the tempo, the pace, the intent of what they want to do, there's a lot of ping to that.
Here they are again, Daryl Manliguez.
Roll.
Using Lian Martel. Martel with the pop. Lian still not able to get a basket.
Tingin ko, message rin naman ni Coach Marlon is that, guys, nakikita natin ito sa practice, hindi naman tayo ganito maglaro. No? Kailangan pakita natin at nakikita natin kung anong ginagawa nitong Quezon City Black Bulls.
Buena, binalik. Ball is tapped outside by Lian Martel. The ball stays with Quezon City.
Definitely shoots on the other foot now. Kanina we were talking about hindi ganun kaganda yung quality of shots nitong Pasay Voyagers. But as that went, ngayon sa third quarter, ito namang Quezon City medyo naging struggle pagdating sa open shots.
So they have scored the last 4 points. They go to the other end. Jake, extra pass, nothing there. Publico.
Yeah.
It's going to be a turnover on Ray Publico.
That's another turnover for Quezon City.
Medyo nawawala pa si Ray Publico, still trying to warm up. Was not able to get his first 3 of the quarter.
I hate to say this very early, but at the rate that this third quarter is being played by the Quezon City Black Bulls, they have to arrest this immediately. Because this is very similar to how they played against Valenzuela. That ball was sticking very rarely yung ball in man movement.
Could have been a highlight pick and roll for Manliguez and Monmon de la Cruz, but Monmon will be fouled. He will troop to the line for 2 free throws.
And all this movement ng bola at ng tao para dito sa Pasay Voyagers is really confusing yung depensa nitong Quezon City Black Bulls. Now they have to really discuss who gets who and how do we respond to their actions.
MoneyPay, the digital wallet built for the community. Munmun missing on his first free throw. Pangalawa is good for Munmun de la Cruz.
Well, that is one thing that he's definitely got to work on, is free throw shooting. So far, averaging roughly about 42% this season. But the good news is, field goal shooting, maganda ang bitawan ni Munmun because he takes his shots, very selective siya sa kanyang shot
And I
selection.
think, Coach, it's a whole team that itong Pasay is really struggling from the line. So
Right.
they have to do something with that towards the season. Aaron Baguno using the
yeah.
bank.
Wow. And really just coming off, getting a good contribution, went glass. I'm not sure if called that glass, pero that still will count.
Cyril Gonzalez on the other end, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Cyril is still struggling near the ball game, still has not made the basket. Cyril on the step through. Cyril! Mukhang narinig ako.
Oo.
Si Cyril. Sinong hindi pa nakakascore?
Hindi, tsaka wala namang kaduda-duda. Si Cyril is a shot creator. I mean, you need shot makes. He's the one who figures out a way to create shots for himself or for his teammates.
They go to Aaron Baguno with 10 on the shot clock.
They're gonna clear this.
Oh, pull the chair. That was a smart play on the defensive end.
Oo. Ang gusto ko doon yung pagkaka-peel off ni Liam Martel. Off the spin. This is that three going glass.
Ang 3-point shot na ito ay hatid sa inyo ng Extreme. Ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. It's a Saturday but the bank is open. Oh, in and out for Pat Buena.
Might be the only good look that they've seen so far.
And he was set up so well.
That is
Coach
right.
Mikey was wide open on that three. Just could not make it.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Cyril goes back to back. 4 points for Cyril Gonzalez.
And this quarter has been a scoring run for Pasay. It's 13-7.
Now Pasay will try something new. They played a quick zone. Now they're back to the man. Publico, fouled by Lian Martel, will go to the line for 2.
I don't know if you'd agree with me. Somehow the Quezon City Black Bulls are a little bit slower to a decision now. While on the other end, very quick, very crafty. You see that, feet work by Cyril, and then he comes back. He knows he's got Pat Buena. Went to that little behind the back. And again, shot creation, no problem at all for Cyril.
And the way that Quezon City played in the first quarter is the way that Pasay is playing here in the third quarter. So medyo reversal of roles ang nangyayari dito. Extreme ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas.
Parang Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, no? Yung palitan ng ng figura ng laro para dito sa dalawa.
Publico missing on the first, finally makes the second. Pasay has been playing a terrific third quarter. They still have the lead with 3 minutes and 24 remaining in the third.
White House steps back into the game. What kind of impact can he make? And what a steal! That player's going to even up the game. 89 in the final moment of the game. Can they make magic? White House wins the game!
Win the game. Easy long with Sports Plus.
Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Contact your token there. Visit www.sportsplus.ph.
And Quezon City Black Bulls definitely gotta figure out a way to try and get a good momentum.
Coach, this was the last game of Cyril Gonzalez. 17 points, 5 rebounds. We do know that he was the expected 1-2 punch alongside Steve Nash Enriquez. He struggled early on in the ball game pero 4 straight points na para dito kay Cyril in the last few minutes.
Oh, tsaka I feel yung high percentage shooting niya in late game contributions really kept Pasay within striking distance of that loss. But again, now this is a different story altogether because they are pouring it on here in the third quarter.
He's one of the reasons why they have regained back this lead. Mark Parks able to read the passing lane well.
Good read. Too predictable on that pass by Kobe Monhin.
Cyril on the same side. This left wing attack. He has a jumper. He can attack strong. mukhang merong side talaga na komportable itong si Cyril Gonzalez.
Tsaka ramdam niya na he's in a good rhythm. He hit a couple of jumpers earlier, had to create it. But this time, wanted to attack that defense. Kobe Monhe was there. He had a shooter right down on that corner side. But, you know, I've made my couple of shots. So let me take this one again.
Former Bull Pop, former Fighting Maroon, former Cardinal. So marami-raming iniikot to si Cyril Gonzalez for him to really experience a lot. And that's why he is playing well here in the MPBL. LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL.
Roughly about 12 points per game in, 20 minutes of action para dito kay Cyril. Nice move by Baguno.
Too deep for Aaron Baguno. 7-point lead for Pasay with 2 minutes and 40 remaining. Darrell using the screen. They go back to Cyril. Other side this time around. Challenging the defense of Jake Agoncillo. No problem for Cyril Gonzalez.
Scoreless in the first half, right? And now he's gotten all of his points here. And Cyril Gonzalez has been dominant in the third for the Voyagers.
8 in total for Cyril Gonzalez. Costello with the pickup. It's long. Cyril one more time. He has the side advantage on the Euro step. It goes out for Cyril.
Minsan yung wala ka ng bantay, yung pa yung nagbimintis sila.
Kahit yung bench coach hindi makapaniwala eh.
Oo.
Lahat nakatayo na. Gusto na mag-celebrate. Sabay, yung pa yung nagbintis.
Oo. Eh si Vince nga, statistician natin, i-score na eh. Kaso nagmintis eh.
Ito muna yung crossover and then a little push off, getting that space for the float. That was the 8th point for Cyril Gonzalez here in the ball game.
Cyril Gonzalez is so good on the ball with the dribble. That's why if you are using what's called a dribble drive, no? Napakaganda niya kasi ang unang-unang atake mo dun is yung nagke-create ng tira, which happens to be a guy like Cyril.
I will just share, he was playing for the UP Fighting Maroons. He was one of my favorite players and then chose to transfer over to Mapua. Isa ako sa malulungkot na UP fans because I loved all the energy he brought. Etong si Cyril Gonzalez, but it's good to see him back here. Here he is again with the spin, with the float, but it's long for Cyril.
But one school's loss is another team's gain.
Yes,
so
and that was for
me from Mapua
Okay,
College.
that's right. That's right. Okay na, coach. Quits
Okay
na
na,
tayo.
quits na tayo.
Sa'yo naman pala napunta.
Oh, wow.
Pass, Darrell. Oh.
I thought Darrell, konti na lang. No?
Yes.
Konti na lang.
Alam mo, coach, yung na-steal, tama yung intention mo, pero may tao pala sa gilid. That was an accidental hit. Even Darrell Manligues knew that was a foul on him.
Yan yung sinasabi ni Al Pacino sa Any Given Sunday, no? Life is a game of inches.
Yes. And he was probably at an inch or two away
Oh, grabe.
from getting that steal in a fast break. Brian Rosalin missing on his first free throw.
This guy is struggling as well this game.
There has been a lot of 1 out of 2 free throws here in the ball game. It's weird.
Yep.
There is no reason for it. Nagkataon lang talaga, but it's actually for both teams.
Mas marami lang talagang trips to the line itong Quezon City. But a lot of that pinondohan dun sa first half. Because in the first half, they had 15 attempts on the line and they get 6 more here in the second. But the free throw shooting has not been as good as how they did earlier.
QC will be called for the foul. Only the 4th foul of QC. Montaño goes out to Darrell. The hezzy, the drive, the corner. Montaño goes out. Rebounded by Quezon City.
I would have loved to see a pin in for Mark Parks. Palit sila dun sa corner kasi maganda shooting ni Mark sa 3 points.
Rosalin, handoff, grenade action. Brian Rosalin.
Oh man.
The struggles continue for Brian.
Look at the volume shots of their shot chart, no? Ang daming tira ng Quezon City pero mas quality yung makes para dito sa Voyagers. Nice flow.
On the float, it's Gael Montaño getting the 2.
Could it be, and I don't know if you would agree with me when it's the defense is tiring out the Quezon City Black
Yes.
Bulls, no, affecting their offensive end of the floor. They are slower to a step, they are slower to a shot. You know, ganyan, short na yung mga tira. It's taking a lot out of them on the offensive end only because they're made to move on their feet
Well,
defensively.
the offense of Pasay is tiring.
Exactly.
Coach Mike, a lot of guys are moving tuloy-tuloy and they're playing physical, both offensively and defensively. And what's scary about this Pasay team is that we have not seen Christian Pajarito.
Yeah.
It's only going to be the first time that Steve Nash is going back. Nico Quiñal, who scored 11 in the first quarter, magbabalik muli dito sa Pasay. Ayan na. Narinig na tayo ni Coach M at babalik na si Christian Pajarito.
Yeah. And very quickly, you see Coach JV Olea understanding the situation. He's got to call his guys and, you know, this is how we're going to do our defensive recovery. We're getting beat, but please have energy on the offensive side. We need to score.
So guys like MJ Hoson and Ryan Costello have not provided a lot of scoring here in the third quarter. That's why they are struggling, down by 6.
Now they go full court. This might be a good ploy to slow down a little bit towards the end of the quarter.
They're putting their wing on Steve Nash Enriquez. This is Lastra trying to pressure out the guard.
Watch out for Mark on the weak side corner.
Last shot time for Pasay. Steve Nash rejects. Corner.
Told you.
Parks for 3. It's long. Still 2 seconds remaining. Costello sees the line and it's going to be short for Ryan Costello. This is going to be a +6 for Pasay here in the third quarter, Coach Mike.
Yeah, faster pace in my opinion this quarter para dito sa Pasay Voyagers. A lot of guys generating shots and, you know, giving a lot of momentum for the Voyagers here in the third.
Let's watch the highlights by Jello Santiago, the guy that really started it out para dito sa Pasay Voyagers in the third quarter. 13 points and 4 rebounds for this young kid coming off the National University.
And way past his normal 8 points per game in 15 minutes. And you definitely are loving this version of Jello Santiago.
Ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ay pinaghahandaan, kaya yung mayanig at pagbakal. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanya. Iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin.
Their hometown hero, El Granada, Gary David, here in the venue early. They'll be playing their main game later on. The One Bataan Risers will be going up against Rizal later on at 8 p.m. Pero mamaya, sa ating 6 p.m. game, maglalaro rin ang San Juan versus Basilan. Pero di pa tayo tapos. First game right now, we're entering the fourth quarter. Drive hard, Kobe Monje gets the win.
There you go. That's a better look for Kobe Monje. Itong zona rin, masasabi mong pinabagal din yung laro para dito sa Quezon City.
19-13 in that third quarter, but Quezon City able to start the first 2 here in the fourth.
Ball sticking again for the Voyagers.
Pajarito did not play the whole third quarter, only the last 15 seconds. No look pass! Almost a highlight for Christian Pajarito.
Now you gotta push it quickly. That's the right pass.
Kobe on the cross.
Ooh.
Can't control the basketball. So turnover on Kobe Monje.
Both teams medyo sluggish to start the fourth quarter.
Steve Nash gives it up to Brian Hilario. Hands it off to Nico Quiñal. Pressured by Brian Rosalin. 10 on the shot clock. Post, one-on-one, fader, good for Brian Hilario.
Don't you just love Brian Hilario? Every time he's quick to a decision. Daming beses niyan, medium range, no? Good shot selection din.
Balik sa anim ang kalamangan para sa Pasay. MJ, finally back in the ball game. Drives, deep play. Pero wala, para kay MJ Hoson. Pass is too high for Christian Pajarito.
Now, in my opinion, mas maganda yung nagiging mobility ng mga tao para dito sa Quezon City Black Bulls here to start the fourth quarter. But nakaka-keep in step pa rin very early yung depensa ng Voyagers. Already, I thought NJ Hoson was able to get in that elevator screen. Pero nakasneak in rin si Steve Nash Enriquez.
62-56, 8 minutes and 20.
Oh no.
Nico left open on the corner. Extends the lead to 9 for Pasay.
Another made three-pointer for Nico. He has not missed from 3. He's 3 out of 3.
14 points in total for Nico Quiñal here in the ball game. Baguno trying to answer, cannot use the bank. Once again, pagkakataon para sa Pasay to get this into a double-digit lead.
May pagod factor na kay Baguno, having to, work up against Monmon de la Cruz and guys like Jello Santiago.
Osondo with a quick hands. Nico Quiñal with the counter steal.
Just that little delay and that deflect.
Urdisa could not find a friend, gets it to his own. It's a miss.
Gotta push it.
Takbo ang QC. MJ hesitates. Nothing there. Two-man game. Can't find the roller. Goes outside.
Post split.
Clark finally able to get a basket.
Very good setup right there. Mid-post, open the area, go to that post split, see if you can replace a shooter same side pero hindi na inantay. No? Umatake na kagad dito si Clark
He
Derrigue.
scored the 7 points of the ball game. Itong si Clark Derrigue got a free throw but struggled afterwards, finally entering himself in double-digit figures. Play of the game is brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL.
Clark Derrigue, good shot right there off that short corner against Christian Pajarito. Well, might say Christian Pajarito might be parang token defense lang in that instance. And he was really testing the shooting range of Clark Derrigue.
I do love the old school type of basketball where given that space on the middle, you're able to take it and make it. But Pajarito says, you give me a 2, I answer with a 3. Christian Pajarito gets them a 10-point lead.
3 out of 5 from 3. No, impressive shooting so far. You've got that short corner range. I'll show you a 3-point range.
Brian, he went slip on that pivot foot, obviously in front of the referee. A travel is called on Brian.
That pivot foot might have slipped a little bit. Ito yung space para doon sa 3 ni Christian Pajarito.
Sabi ni Christian Pajarito, I can do the same thing you did, just a little farther.
Oo. With a little bit of ease.
Yes. I like the matchup though, Clark Derrigue versus Christian Pajarito.
Oh yeah, even Quiñal and Pat Buena, that's a good one.
I'm trying to go for that double high screen, that action, but it's gonna be a charge on Monmon de la Cruz.
Well, defensively, ang Voyagers kanina, they were putting Steve Nash Enriquez on Pat Buena. On the offensive side, naka-flip naman yon. Pat and Quiñal ang naglalabanan. So, chess match.
Struggles continue for QC. Buena with the spin.
Nice move.
With that extra pass to Jake Agoncillo.
And it helps to have a shooter that can actually put the ball on the deck and create also for his teammates.
And they're trying to press up on Steve Nash Enriquez. 6 minutes remaining in the ball game. Steve goes to Nico Quiñal with 14. Punta sila dito sa poste. Single coverage on the spin. There you go, the help.
Steal.
Stolen by Pat. Numbers for QC. Costello stops, pops. It's short. Rebounded by Jake. Trying to spin. Clark dribbling through. Isa
Gotta
pa
take it.
for Jake. It's good for Jake Agoncillo.
I wouldn't mind Ryan Costello taking that shot earlier. I would want him to take that shot so that he gets in a good rhythm and hopefully you can use it later in the game.
9 points, 3 rebounds for Jake Agoncillo here in the ball game. Steve Nash on the kick out. 3 threes already. Make that 4 for Christian Pajarito. The lead is back to 9 for Pasay. Elevator not available. Stags not available as well. Costello challenged by... There's going to be a foul on Pasay. Masakit. That's going to be the 4th foul on Christian Pajarito, but this gives an opportunity for Jello Santiago and Lian Martel to enter the ball game with 5 minutes left. Iron Baguno Bruno returns as well for Clark Rodriguez. So the chess match continues between Coach JV Olea and Coach Marlon Martin. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Maguno cannot find the handoff. They go to the back door. Costello able to fish for a foul.
Fishing expedition na ito si Ryan Costello. And wanting to get more trips to the line because so far here in this game, they've really dominated that trip to the line thing.
Pasay in the ball game, +8 in terms of 3-pointers. One of the reasons why they are up big. Pero coach, pag-usapan muna natin itong last game ni Ryan Costello where he had 19 points in the second half, 26 in total. Let's turn you over for our courtside, Daphne Cristobal.
If you're in the pro, all eyes on you, kaya malaki rin ang expectations. As if you don't have the leeway to fail. For Ryan Costello, clutch moments, clutch din ang commitment niya for Quezon City Black Bulls. He described his off-season journey as if it was a job hunting, finding the best team while also having some silent battles from behind the scenes. That chapter of his career was indeed a climax but not an ending. Timing and patience may seem and sound easy, pero iyan ang isa sa mga bagay na pinangkakapitan niya, especially from that blowout performance last game. 1-8 and Coach Mike.
Thank you for that, Daphne. You know, Coach, sabi nga natin, hindi tayo sanay na si Ryan Costello was only getting a few minutes when he played for his past team. But it's good that he found a new home here in QC. Brian Rosalindo able to get the 3-2-possession ball game favor Pasay.
At saka napakahalaga nung game na yun para kay Ryan Costello. I think from a confidence standpoint, no, he commanded Quezon City's offense and really did good in orchestrating yung ball movement para sa kanila. Sa ganda na scoring efficiency, which is pretty much things that hinahanap mo sa isang Ryan Costello. Katulad nga sinabi ni Daphne, kung pro ka, all eyes gonna be on you and you have to be able to perform.
Former San Sebastian Stag and Ryan Costello. There is going to be the first challenge of the day. It is going to be QC with the challenge. 4 minutes and 2 remaining. It's a 6-point lead for Pasay. We'll be back after the review.
Sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kubunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao.
The review for the challenge was inconclusive. Therefore, the challenge has...
Is obviously not happy with the decision of the referees. So the ball will stay for Pasay. 4 minutes remaining here in the ball game. They inbound it to Steve. Pressured by MJ. Steve, no look pass off the back. Stolen. 3 versus 2. Lastra on the left corner. Short. Rebounded by Cyril Gonzalez.
Oh, that was big. He had that ball sprayed out to him by Pat Buena. Could have had a lane, straight up. Walang depensa sa harapan niya. Could have, gone in and go for a paint touch.
That's going to be a sorry miss for Quezon City as they try to make a run. Cyril Gonzalez missing on the stop and pop. Quezon goes through the other lane.
Oh my.
It's been a struggle for MJ Hossa in today's ball game. Steve, try to go corner. Santiago on the middle. It's off to the left. Rebounded by Lastra. Quezon City trying to speed things up. Jake can't get it. Labas muna sila to try to execute. Buena was open. They couldn't find him.
Boy, you gotta be quick with the ball right now. You're down.
They're trying to play the triangle offense here.
Nice.
Jake.
Ooh.
That was a lane for Jake. Agoncillo might have sprained his ankle pero humihingi ng review ang Quezon City for an unsportsmanlike foul here.
First glance, I thought nagkabungguan lang yung paa. We'll see that again.
It was the fake handoff.
Oh, yeah.
Accidental.
Accidental, yeah.
It was accidental. Di rin nakatingin itong si... Actually, unang nadapa si...
Cyril.
Cyril eh.
Oo.
So, accidentally, tumama na lang. He was off balance. It's gonna be a regular foul on Cyril Gonzalez.
Yeah, as it should. I felt masyadong halos nagkasabay yung movement nila. No? Ang ganda na rin kasi yung open downhill ni ni Agoncillo that
I
time.
think for the side of QC, sayang lang. That
Yes.
was a smart fake handoff that gave him an open lane on the inside. Nagbabalik pa rin ng bola sa Quezon City.
Oo, mahalaga talaga yun, yung possession na yun.
Pasay is one foul away
Corner exit.
off of the penalty. Awesome in the drive. No space. No look inside. Baguno with a hook. Aaron Baguno cuts the lead down to 4.
Oy, Baguno playing quality minutes, ha? Giving them points when they need them. Kanina yung banker na 3 niya sa taas, and ito naman yung short na push shot.
7 points and 5 rebounds for Aaron Baguno in the ball game.
Look at how this floor is placed. This is a 4-on-4.
Hilario, half fake. Brian Hilario. That is the second bucket, the same type for Brian Hilario.
Parang halos pareho yung shot, no? Drive middle, spin the other way, then fader. That's mid-range.
Triangle offense, can't get it to go. Baguno, balik kay Hoson. Lastra to Baguno one more time. Back to back for Aaron Baguno. 9 points in total for Aaron Baguno.
Quality minutes, you ask me. Itong kay Aaron Baguno.
Last 2 minutes brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL.
Down couple of possessions, you gotta defend.
Brian Hilario, he has been hot. He goes middle. Attacks, not there. The ball is loose. Goes back to Brian. Ooh, in and out for Hilario. Pagkakataon for Quezon City to cut. Andre Hoson slows things down. They go back to the triangle offense. Baguno, they go to Jake. Stops, pops, drops for Jake Agoncillo. This is down to a 1-point lead for Pasay. See this again, the triangle offense looking to drive, see some space, see some daylight. Jake Agoncillo cuts the lead down to 1. And Quezon City has made a big run. 75-74 is still in favor of the Voyagers.
White House steps back into the game. What kind of impact can he make? And what a steal! That way is going to even out the game. 89 in the final moments of the game. Can they make magic? White House wins the game!
Win the game. Easy long with Sports Plus.
Sports Plus is the official sports book of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Coach Nike, this run of QC, the last few minutes has cut this lead all the way down to 1.
Yeah, and all important really execution for Quezon City. Now this is going to be a test of character. Kanina we saw a lot of, good response for the Pasay Voyagers, especially coming off the break. They responded well, put that momentum in, and now you really have to finish off what you started here in the second half. Because if you remember, in their last loss, ang ganda ng third. Oh!
Oh, almost a counter steal by Leonard Santiago.
And who stole that ball? MJ Hoson, your #1 steals guy for this season, averaging roughly about 3.3 steals per game.
You can never take it easy against MJ Oson because he knows the timing on when to get those steals.
That's steal number 4 for this game. Oh my goodness.
The ball will stay with Quezon City for an opportunity for them to take the lead. Another timeout is called. Coach JB Olea, an opportunity for him to take the lead. Let's go to the timeout and listen in on the coaches.
Brad, half court. Aaron, Jake, MJ, tsaka Nonon. Non, labas, corner. MJ, labas, corner. Receive Aaron ng bola. Okay, pagka-receive ng bola, iskrinan mo to. Baka mag-switch. Hit natin si MJ dito. Nagkakaintindihan, go.
Tayo, okay, pero show ha. Now, pag nakuha natin, pare, okay, okay, moon, trace pa rin tayo. Poste pa rin tayo dyan ha.
Coach Mike, I don't know if it's just me. I can see the numbers right there. 14.5 rebounds, 2 steals for Jake Agoncillo. But the aura of the coaches, knowing what to do in the end game, kinilig ako.
Oh, no one was second-guessing what they wanted to do. They were very deliberate and intentional.
Now to go outside of Aaron Baguno.
Corner exit.
Corner was not available. MJ with a basketball. Buena with a fake. A few jab steps. 16 on the shot clock. Pat gives it up to Aaron Baguno, who gets the lead for QC. 76-75. The lead goes back to QC here in the fourth quarter. Gonna go down low to Christian Fajarito. Tap from behind by who else? Aaron Baguno.
Oh my goodness, the quality minutes that we're getting from Baguno. Now it's a matter of defense for the Voyagers.
Lastro with the basketball, only 45 seconds remaining in the ball game. Aaron Baguno from downtown. In and out, rebounded by Steve Nash Enriquez. 38 seconds, Steve Nash all the way, basket, and one for Steve Nash Enriquez. The lead goes to Pasay.
I cannot believe all these quick response from both these teams. You just came off a timeout. The coaches did their thing. Pat Buena did his thing about that execution. Broken play, pero ang ganda ng decision. So is Steve Nash Enriquez. Started to put the ball on the floor. Got everyone behind him able to finish despite that attempt to shot block by MJ.
Fast break of the game is brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. Steve Nash Enriquez with that court-to-court gets them back the lead, 78-76 with that free throw. And this is going to be a defensive substitution. Daryl Manliguez will look to pressure up, one timeout each. The last 35.8.
Now this is going to be very important execution. The first thing is try to get that ball in the floor and get past half court. Ooh.
Rihoson gets it across.
Backdoor step.
Here's a triangle. No backdoor available. Pat Buena trying to drive. No space. Tap from behind. Pat goes to Clark. Clark Derigue. Long. Rebounded by... The ball is loose. Ball is live. It goes to QC. Hoson with the float. It's short.
Oh my.
That is going to be last touch on Pasay. And the ball stays with QC. Coach, these were good shot attempts for the Black Bulls.
All born out of effort. See that shot by MJ? Barely missed it. Tapikan ng bola that sure looked like off Pasay.
Coach JB Lea will be using his last time out here. Talking with Coach Jeff Murillo what the last play may be.
You know what you love about Coach JB? You've never seen him get rattled in these situations.
Go to our coaches.
Sino isa ko? MJ, okay? Backpick, Clark. Okay, tignan mo to ha. MJ, Jake, labas ka ng corner. Kapag libre ka dyan, hit mo na yan. Ngayon, andito si Jake, andito na si Jake. Pat, skin ulit, MJ. Labas. Sorry.
Hindi.
Sino to? sorry. MJ, labas. Bigay. Dito tayo kay Ryan. Ryan, dito mo na. Hindi na. Lumabas ka na dito, corner. Ako, kuya. Balik ka na dito.
When the Quezon City hopefuls really wanting a good make here to maybe extend the game or possibly win it with a 3.
3-point guard lineup will be put in by Coach JV Olea, Costello, Buena, and Hoson. Aaron Maguno troops to the bench. On the side of Coach Marlon Martin, we heard it. Just play good, clean defense. They go to Jake Agoncillo. Jake, one-on-one, trying to attack. And Jake steps on the line. Closed down well by Darren Manligues.
Karamihan ng coaches ang palaging sinasabi sa ganyang pagkakataon, that left side baseline short corner is always going to be the most crowded part of the floor. You don't want to get in there, especially in crucial situations of the game.
Well, the game plan of Coach Marlon Martin obviously won last time. Let's see if they can hold on and get the win here.
Okay, tingnan nyo ha. Tingnan.
Safety pass, please lang.
Okay, King. Sinash to ha. Ay, sinash to. King. Okay? Na ang mangyayari, pare. Sai. Tunash. Okay? Ngayon, ito to ha. Pare, hanggang flash lang tayo. Kapag pero na, pare, pa-foul sila. Siguro nyo yung bola. Siguro yung bola.
Remember when we mentioned earlier about Coach JV Olea not showing any rattle at all? Well, you kind of expect that already from Coach Marlon Martin, being the kind of coach that he is.
For years
For
already
years, that's
from
right.
Coach Marlon Martin and the rest of the Pasay Voyagers. But Coach, we're looking at the free throw story right here. Quezon City only has 2 fouls, so they need 3 in the last 8.9. They go to Christian, they foul Cyril. They take out a second.
Yeah.
So 2 more fouls before Pasay can enter the penalty.
That is definitely something that, you know, they want to do. Very get quick into foul situation.
Dalawa pa. But they have to get the ball inbounds.
Ooh.
They foul
That's another
Cyril one
one,
more time. That was a dangerous angle for King Cortiza to get that pass off.
Kahirap doon, airborne na siya, no?
Next foul will put Pasay into free throws. Both teams does not have a timeout left. Brian Rosalin will be put in to add a little more length to deny the basketball. Now, if you're Pasay, anything but a turnover at this point.
Pajarito, you gotta watch out for Pajarito too.
Steve Nash.
Oh! Oh my!
Oh no! They're saying that it should have been a foul, but Steve Nash cannot get a handle of that basketball.
Are they gonna review this?
Watch this again, Coach. This was going to the right side, bounced pass by Cyril. Oh, might not be.
No.
Might not be.
Oh, yeah. There was no reach. There was no overextension. Oh, that's tough.
It's a tough situation,
Tough.
but I don't think they can call a foul at this point.
Yes,
because
that's right.
there was no whistle.
There was no whistle, that's right. But the thing is, to the point of Pasay, you know, there was that nudge from behind. And this is going to be an inbound from the back because there wasn't a timeout by Coach JV Olea. Coach JV has no more timeouts, as well as the Pasay Voyagers. So we're going to play the remainder of this game from here on in.
4.5 remaining. Let's see what Coach JV Olea has for them. Screen is set. They go to Jake. Oh, it's a turnover. Pass was not given properly. And Pasay will escape this ball game. A beautiful, tough first match that we watched here at Kamalig.
And they would just tell you na meron tayong tatlong magandang laro dito. Ito, sa last possession, doon na nagkatalo. Little communication on where that ball was gonna go. Clearly, they wanted a little backdoor handoff, so to speak, in that action. But that never happened. only because the Voyagers really stuck close to each man, did not foul. They got a little scared with that turnover earlier, pero good thing defense won it for them.
The biggest lead of Quezon City was up to 11 in the first half, but slowly but surely kumatok itong Pasay. They played well, led by Jello Santiago, led by Cyril Gonzalez in the third quarter, but one guy who played consistent all throughout the next 3 quarters was this guy, Coach Mike, King Gortiza.
Well, I think the key differentiator with those other guys that you mentioned clearly did good in the different spurts of the game, pero King Gortiza, those 3 steals have been magnificent and gets him the Best Player of the Game award.
Well, King Gortiza played well both offensively and defensively. He steps up big time in terms of them getting the win. Our Player of the Game is brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. And right now, King Gortiza is with our courtside, Daphne Cristobal.
Maraming salamat, Winits and Coach Mike. King, congratulations on this win. Hindi to naging madali, especially in the first half. Naging flat yung umpisa nyo, pero walk me through dun sa pagbabalik nyo pagdating ng third quarter.
Una-una, papasalamat ako kay Lord sa game na to, sa binigay ng panalo sa amin. May struggles kami bago kami makarating dito eh. So, parang na-late kami ng dating dahil nga sa mga, di natin nasa mga pangyayari. So, sabi namin, mag-usap kami, and then sabi ni Coach, kalimutan na natin yung mga nangyaring masama sa biyahe, iwan na natin yun sa biyahe natin. Andito na tayo sa game, mag-focus tayo sa present. So, ayun, nakabalik kami. Thank God.
Indeed, you guys left everything behind, but also in that fourth quarter, ibang klaseng challenge din ang binigay sa inyo ng Quezon City. And paano to mas magpapatibay sa Pasay Voyagers?
Props sa Quezon City kasi pinagandaan din namin sila ng matindi kasi nga, yun nga, high-octane team sila. So, sabi ko sa team namin na hindi natin sila kailangan pantayan, dapat kailangan natin silang higitan. So, ayun, nagpapatibay yun sa team namin yung mga ganitong challenges. Ayun, thank you Lord.
Indeed guys, higitan nyo yun. Baka meron kang gustong pasalamatan, King.
Una-una, thank you kay Lord God. Binigay niya itong panalo na ito sa amin. Mama ko sa heaven, alam ko, proud na proud ka, Mama. And then family ko sa La Union, sa lolo't lola ko sa UK, mga kapatid ko, si Sky Kobe, partner ko sa Qatar na nanonood palagi, si Karen. And then sa family niya, tito ko sa Abu Dhabi, and sa lahat ng mga sumusuporta sa Pasay Voyagers, sa mga boss namin, thank you so much po sa lahat.
Again, King, congratulations. And to the rest of Pasay Voyagers, our Player of the Game is brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Winits and Coach Mike.
Thank you, Daphne, and congratulations, King Gortiza and the rest of the Pasay Voyagers. The second Player of the Game honors for King Gortiza in the last 3 weeks. Di pa tayo tapos. The second will be another tough matchup. It's gonna be Basilan versus San Juan, still here at your Kamalig Orion Sports Center.
Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanya.